Bloomberg Audio Studios. Podcasts, radio, news.
The Stock Movers Podcast, your roundup of companies making moves in the stock market, harnessing the power of Bloomberg data.
I'm Tim Stenevec, along with Carol Massar. Let's take a look at some stocks that are on the move today. With us is Bloomberg News Equities reporter Nora Melinda. Nora, no shortage of stocks to choose from today, especially on the downside. What's on your radar?
Right, many to choose from today, as you mentioned. I'm looking at JetBlue, that's ticker JBLU here. We're seeing shares of the company down as much as about 6.5%. I'm also seeing all of its peers, airlines down. That's looking at the index S15AIRL on the terminal. But we are seeing JetBlue shares falling after the company said that it'll be hastening cost cuts. It's going to be eliminating some of its underperforming flights and routes and plans to announce network changes in the coming weeks. Of course, we know this is a time where we're seeing a lot of shuffling happening right now in the broader airline industry. And we are also hearing the company saying that its path to profitability could take longer. So that's not great when we're thinking about this in the midst of all that's been going on in recent months here.
Yeah, we've seen really the whole airline group
right
under pressure as a result. It does make you wonder. I know that there's always specifics to each carrier, right? Not every carrier is the same, but nonetheless, some concerns there on that group. All right, where do you want to go next?
I want to look at solar stocks. That's something that's been on my eyes today. We are seeing this as some of the worst performing stocks in the S&P 500 right now. I'm looking at Enphase, that's ticker ENPH. It's the worst performing stock in the S&P 500 by a percentage basis. And this is after Senate Republicans released a bill that would end tax credits for wind and solar earlier than for other sources. And this, of course, prompted multiple downgrades, but we did see it from KeyBank in particular across the sector. So I'm also looking at companies like Solar Edge, that's SEDG, and then Sunrun, RUN. A lot of these companies really taking it to the chin today as we're digesting this.
We're not talking about like down 3 or 4%. We're talking 10 times that. Like Sunrun down 39%, Enphase down 24%, Solar Edge down 34%. This obviously a really big deal for the financial health of these companies.
Oh, most definitely. I mean, we're seeing analysts saying that the Senate bill failed to deliver optimism, and that's definitely ringing true across Wall Street right now as we're seeing all these stocks just plunging into the red pretty deeply.
Yeah, we know how these moves by Congress and various tax credits and so on and so forth, man, they've been so supportive of this industry and really helped kind of build it out, but certainly a different tone in a big way today. Let's go to something a little bit different, Surgery Partners.
Yes, this is a niche name I'm looking at here. That's Surgery Partners, ticker SGRY. We're seeing the company tumbling for double-digit losses. That's about 15% lower. And this is an ambulatory surgery clinic group. And we're seeing it after it rejected a takeover offer from Bain Capital. And this is interesting given the fact that its peer, AmSurg, it actually had a recent acquisition by Ascension Health for $3.9 billion. So we're seeing the street not really liking the fact of this rejection. But as I'm really parsing through different analyst notes, including our very own Bloomberg Intelligence, they are also saying that it's not necessarily a credit negative for the company. So very important to bear in mind here. But as I'm looking at the stock, down for its worst day since April of 2022 here.
SGRY, Surgery Partners down 12. Go ahead and round that up to 13%. Yesterday, not one stock in the red for our stock movers. Carol, today, every stock in the red.
I know, like a very different tone. I was just thinking about yesterday. I had so much to choose from in terms of putting together my own gamers list. And then today, the tone. Well, listen, we are focused on what's going on in the Middle East. Question is where we go from here and whether or not the tensions escalate, right? And if it broadens out. And we are questioning where the U.S. is on all of this.
The Stock Movers Podcast from Bloomberg Radio. Check back with us throughout the day for the latest roundup of companies making news on Wall Street. And for the latest market-moving headlines, listen to Bloomberg Radio live. Catch us on YouTube, Bloomberg.com, and on Apple CarPlay and Android Auto with the Bloomberg Business app.